Good morning, class. My name is Miss Baldwin, and welcome back to English Lit 101. Before we begin class, I have one more mini lesson to teach you about how to behave, what to expect in this class. Now, this lesson, what you're going to hear in this mini lesson might scare you, but it is very important for you to know in case it happens. This lesson is going to be on what to do if a student were to pose a threat. Does anyone know what a threat is or what a threat means in this context? Jeffrey. Yes, that's a good example of a threat. Jeffrey says that if a student were to shout out in the middle of class, "I want to kill someone," that's a verbal threat. What else can be a threat? Jennifer. Yes. A physical threat would be if a student were to pull a gun or a knife and or any other kind of weapon, like say Jack here has a knife, or in his case a sword, and he starts swinging it around in class, and that can pose a threat to the other students around him. And other things that can be used as weapons is any heavy textbooks, sharp objects like pencils, anything that can gouge an eye out or draw blood, just anything of that sort. Blunt objects like a textbook, you name it. So what do you need to do if you are in immediate danger like that? Granted, it doesn't happen. Threats at school happen. They don't happen all the time, particularly not in the classroom, but they do happen. And I want you to be prepared for if it were to happen. So what would you do if you were in immediate danger posed by a fellow student? Alex. That's correct, Alex. You would clear the room, or as we call it, evacuate. You would evacuate your co-teacher and I would evacuate you guys. So let's pretend for a second that Jack here started swinging his sword around and caused mass chaos in the classroom. Students, you guys are, you're rightfully scared. You're freaking out. So don't panic, because your co-teacher here, let's call him Mr. Trebek, and I would evacuate you guys. We would maybe send you to another class, another teacher's classroom, and then we would notify the office. We would say, "Hello, Mr. Sajak. This is Ms. Baldwin and Mr. Trebek. Jack pulled out a knife and started posing a threat to the rest of his classmates. We need backup," or something along those lines. So yeah, so if that happens, just know that we are handling things, the office is handling things, and yeah, so don't panic when this happens. Of course, it'll be very it's scary, we know that, but just trust us and we will have the situation under control. So thank you guys for for being so attentive in this lesson and for giving very wise and thorough answers.